But tens of millions of your tax dollars soon be going to another big corporation.
Tonight, the Haslam administration is considering a controversial new plan to outsource the management of even more state buildings.
News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams had some tough questions today for the governor.
You know, this is an issue we've been tracking for 2 years. Right now, Democrats and employee groups are already sounding off over this latest plan, accusing the governor of showing a deep hostility toward public employees. But the governor says the critical question is, will more privatization save taxpayers money?
The easiest thing in government is to keep doing things the way you always have. Nobody ever says a word, but that's where money is wasted.
Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam's administration began the privatization push 2 years ago, outsourcing the management of state office buildings to Jones Lang LaSalle, handing the Chicago-based corporation a contract worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Now the state is asking private companies like JLL for information on the possible outsourcing of even more state facilities, among them the state's entire prison system, as well as potentially every single college and university building across Tennessee. What is the specific problem you're trying to solve?
That's a really easy one. What we're trying to solve is we spend a lot of money on our facilities.
But are university buildings being poorly managed?
Well, that's one thing. We'll find that out.
But if you cannot point to a specific problem,
well, I put it this way.
Why privatize?
You and others gave us a hard time when we looked at our office buildings before, but we're saving millions of dollars.
I showed you the slide where the projection was about $18.8 million.
In fact, as News Channel 5 Investigates first revealed, the Haslam administration had told lawmakers before the first round of outsourcing that JLL's estimates showed the, quote, expected results would be savings of $18.8 million a year, $94 million over 5 years. It's a number that a company official later admitted was way off.
That was never the intent of that study, was to say, here's what you can expect.
Expected doesn't mean expected. A prime example, JLL projected it could find big savings by slashing security on state buildings by more than 90%. That's not realistic, is it?
No, it's not. I don't think that will happen.
Our job in state government is to provide the very best services we can at the very lowest cost to taxpayers.
Still, we wanted to know where big corporations could find the savings that the Haslam administration thinks it can find this time. I think what I'm trying to get at, Governor, can you point to any proof that money is being wasted?
I can show you that when we've changed things, we've saved money. So that's the same thing.
Now, Governor Haslam says that the first facilities management contract has saved taxpayers about $5 million a year, which is far below the nearly $20 million that JLL had originally suggested. But even at that, Vicki, we're not sure how the state comes up with those figures.
So what's the next step?
Well, you know, the next step, the administration right now says it is just seeking information, that no final decision has been made. But we should point out it's very rare for the state to put out such a request for information without eventually following through on a state contract.
All right, thanks, Phil. Now, if you want to see Phil's original investigation, just go to our website, newschannel5.com.